Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 1:12 p.m. on Eastern Time on June 12th on Sunday, this is my second video posting today. With respect to Ethereum, it's currently trading at $1,525, down about 0.30% so far. With respect to over crypto market, we had a slight bull kick earlier today as we got to a relatively oversold level, way below the 30 out of 70 mark on RSI scale. And that kicked us up back from, for Ethereum specifically, from the 1450 back up to the next level of 1550. So we're basically about like $25 below it, just a hair below. And just want to do a quick update before I actually head out for lunch. Today is like kind of I would say a relatively damp day, just rain and like just not the most sunniest day on a Sunday, but it's cool, it's kind of chill, so it's not terrible. So let's just dive right into it as a quick update, so it's going to be a quicker one than usual. So respect again on recording time of 1:13 p.m. on Eastern Time. We are again at 1525, basically $25 below the next level of resistance, which is 1550. Versus the next level of support of 1450, right? And good thing is that we are, we formed a death cross recently, so ideally leaping down to the 1750 and not 1450 and then recuperate back up as a swoop would be very logical at the 20 out of 70. And you can see that we're slowly plateauing at a highly submerged level. So in terms of like buying around these level, when technically there hasn't been any like specific macro driver that's happening today, it's just more of a technical exercise that we're seeing today. As we got to a submerged level, the bulls will kick in ideally, and allow for a normalization onto the market. And also with respect to the West Coast, the people are waking up slowly on the US obviously, right? And with that, being coming into the buying pressure as well, will triangulate into some sort of normalization as well in comparisons to what we were seeing earlier this morning, right? But ultimately the big question mark is still going to be in the next 48 to 56 hours away from the FOMC meeting on Wednesday, right, which we'll hear the confirmatory signal from Jerome Powell. And obviously with the sell-off that we've been seeing so far, people are taking the proactive a measure by selling off early, basically sell the rumor before the news comes out on the confirmatory signal on the interest hikes that we should technically and logically, if you think about it, should be expecting to raise to the 75 basis point going forward. But what we really need is not just like an answer, but it's more of a progressive tactical next step, right? Are we gonna be continuously just seeing how things go and like, oh yeah, we'll play by ear, like, which is like kind of the verbiage that we hear from Jerome and obviously the whole administration the whole time, right? We can never really get like a confirmatory answer from them. It's just like, oh yeah, we'll play by ear, yeah. We want to be treading water lightly. We want to be very cautious about how we make the changes, but it's always like a surprise element because every single time is like we get to a certain point, it's like, oh, I have to react. It's like, oh, we get to a certain point, we have to react, and every single reaction has not been the most how would you say, palatable, right? Is always like just more shock and awe, negativity, repeated like water torture type of mechanism that drive the market to kind of lose faith and confidence and optimism because of lack of proactiveness ultimately, which is the key reason why that is, right? So moving on to Bitcoin, we are down about 1% as well, ideally coming down to the next level of support, which is 27,500, and you can see clearly as of today we clearly reached down to a much lower level of 26,800. And the reason we got all the way down there and got bounced back up to the next level of resistance, which we're not fully there yet, is because we got extremely submerged and the bulls kind of kicked in and then recuperate back up, try and normalize the supply and demand dynamics, right? You can only sell down so much, but as you sell down to a certain level, the G-force, if you may, or the the water pressure gets more intensify, and it will subsequently propel the bulls to step up and buy back up all the dips, right? And also but in terms of like, is it sustainable, we still have not formed the depth cross. Yeah, we still need to cross down and then cross up from there, right? So ideally coming down to even further, like 25,500 would not be a surprise at all based on the current setup. For ETC, it's at 1779 at the moment, just like all the flat numbers, right? As you get submerged, which we were earlier today at the 1620. It's basically all the flat numbers, right? 17, 16, 15 respectively from there, right? Dogecoin down about 3.27%, at 675 right now. Right now you need to form a depth cross first, right? You have not formed it yet, so you need to do that. So all the flat numbers below, right? 6, 5, 4 respectively, all the flat numbers downward from here. Cardano, as a reminder, we have a relatively large sleep down to basically fill this green candle right here to more of an ideal level, because you need to cross down and then cross up. So coming down much further to be below 45 cents is very logical. Solana up about 0.41% so far. At the moment right now, we're in between levels, right? So ideally, starting to see, firstly you need to cross down and then cross up. So I would say like I wouldn't really touch this until we get closer to the $30 mark again, all the way down to the 25 from here, right? All the flat numbers. XRP up about 0.2%, 36 cents at the moment. So coming down further to 34, it's not going to be a surprise. We need to cross down and cross up, right? So any flat numbers below like 35, 30 respectively. And then Polkadot, down about 2% so far. Basically just broke $8 recently. All the flat numbers below, right? $8, $7, $6 respectively. And I think we will get back to $7 shortly. Algorand's down about 1% as well at 34 cents, down about 0.97% at the moment. So all the flat numbers, right? You need to cross down first, right? So we have not done it yet, so we need to form a depth cross. So all the flat numbers below, like 35, 30, 25 respectively. Shiba Inu recuperated back up a little bit at 927 at the moment. We got to the bottom, basically matching with the Luna crash that we got to back on May 12th back in the day, but you still have not crossed down yet, so you still need to cross down and then cross up. So seeing it going below 800 would not be a surprise to us, okay? And then for Polygon, flat right now, all the flat numbers below, right? 50, 55, 45, 40 respectively. AVAX down about 4% so far, all the flat numbers, 19, 18, 50, 18, respectively, like what we have been expecting, right? All the new bottoms are formed by basically all the flat numbers. Okay, so again, it's a technical exercise on why we recuperated back up a little bit, but ultimately we have to kind of see how the Sunday will do rates later, half of the evening, because of the fact that as the the overseas side of the house wake up, we'll see some buying pressure or lack of buying pressure or selling pressure. So we have to kind of get an indicator as of more of a future for us, and also check with the futures on the US front as well, because that will give us an indicator on how we're going to be opening tomorrow morning. And then we have about like 48 hours from tomorrow on to the 15th, which is the FOMC meeting, right? So it's going to be a quite interesting, volatile, I would say, next couple of days coming up. So mentally prepare yourself. But if you're like me, right, just holding and you don't have any leverage situation, just hold on. Like, don't even touch it. Don't even look at your phone or your app or your account. Like, just like leave it alone. Like, go on vacation, go to the gym, do something like that, and just like try to ignore all the volatility, because again, it's mainly driven by emotions at the moment, with trading away from the fundamental levels that were identified previously. So appreciate you. Have a good day and take care. Bye.